Welcome back, everybody. And as predicted on the date written 6/7 in most parts of the world, we have another death in the world of professional hockey. And if you've been following this work for any significant period of time, you know how I'm always talking about the number 67 in relation to NHL deaths, and this death was no different. So today we have Bryan Marchment, who was a journeyman throughout his NHL career. His son is currently in the league, and we'll get to that. But one thing that's interesting about Bryan Marchment that you might not know, some of you may know it, but he used to play for the Colorado Avalanche and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And isn't it funny how their Stanley Cup final concluded only 10 days ago, and we've already had two deaths in the connection to the two teams? Because if you haven't seen my video on the death of Jim Pappin and how that was synced up with the Avalanche's Stanley Cup win, be sure to go back and check out that video. So Bryan Marchment dies at age 53. On the kill date, we talk about the language of gematria here. It's ancient occult knowledge. It comes from Kabbalah. It has the belief that God created the world with letters, numbers, and words. And it is very important to the Jesuits, who are the military order of the Catholic Church. And notice in their language, remember, you're on their calendar, you're speaking their language, you're a slave to their currency. Notice the word hockey sums to 67, avalanche sums to 67. So does human sacrifice, so does blood sacrifice. This is a fateful number for hockey players. So many NHL players drop dead in connection to the number 67, and this is just the latest. So, notice Bryan Marchment, he was born May 1st, and notice he died exactly 67 days after his 53rd birthday. And remember, we're talking about him having connections to the two teams that were in the Stanley Cup. Stanley Cup sums to 53. He played for Colorado and Tampa, right? Dead 10 days after their Stanley Cup final. So, one thing that's interesting is that Bryan Marchment was traded to the Colorado Avalanche on March 8th, 2003. That's the date written 3/8 or 8/3. Colorado, in the language of gematria, sums to 38 and 83. When Colorado beat Tampa Bay in overtime of Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, they won the game on their 38th shot, 83 seconds into overtime. And what's interesting is from that date to the date he died is exactly 121 days. The word blood sacrifice is 121, and Tampa Bay is on 121 all-time playoff wins as a franchise. And don't forget, Florida's 38 and Panthers is 38. And again, Bryan Marchment's son Mason plays for the Florida Panthers. Now, Marchment was traded to Tampa Bay on December 30th, 1997. And from December 30th to the date he died, today, July 6th, is exactly 188 days. Like how when you run the alphabetic order, Bavarian Illuminati sums to 188. That's the cipher, the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. That's on the U.S. currency. And when you add up the U.S. dollar bill denominations, the $1 bill, the $2 bill, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, and the 100, it sums to 188. And again, Adam Weishaupt, whose name sums to 51, founded the Bavarian Illuminati May 1st, a date we write 5/1 in the United States. And don't forget that today is the 187th day of the year, and we know Society of Jesus is 187. That's the other name for the Jesuits. They love their numbers. So his son Mason plays for the Florida Panthers, and notice Florida Panthers sums to 76, right? Like we write the date 7/6. See what they do with Mason Marchment this year. Perhaps the Florida Panthers have a good season. I was kind of thinking they might, even before this death of his father today. But RIP to Bryan Marchment. And again, be sure to like the video, share the video. Let's try to get the word out so we can put an end to this cabal. All right. I'll talk to everybody soon. Until next time, guys.